Hi, welcome to Mark's Basement Arcade. Today we are going to be doing the score reels on the star action. The reason why I take the head off and the glass is because for two reasons. One, it's easier working on the machine when it's laying down like this. And two, when the glass is out, if you drop anything down, like when you're doing the score reels, you will not scratch the glass this way because the glass is gone. And I guess three is, if I had it up and I actually fell over, I wouldn't break the glass. But anyways, I think I'm gonna turn this sideways. See, that might be easier for you to see what we're doing. This might be easier. No, I'm blocking you. Maybe if I take the camera and put it over here. Just doing this stuff makes it easier for you, and then harder for me at the same time. But you're here to either learn or just hang out like I do on YouTube. Try to get the best angle to get these out. No matter what, it's going to be a pain in the butt. Let's do this. See, I'm not prepared, but it's good. It's just showing you that I'm human and you're human. Alright. I think this is going to be better just the original way I have it. Where'd I put my tray now? Okay. Score reels. What we're going to do is, in this video, we're going to completely take them apart. We're going to clean them and put them back together piece by piece so you can see exactly how it is to do one of these score reels. Now, if you can see right here with my finger, let's zoom her in more. Oh yeah, that's nice. Right here on these little 3-inch score reels, it's got this little lever. You just move it and it flips up. Now we can get this apart. So let's get this apart, and like I said, I wasn't prepared, so now we're going to get all the parts. We need a Phillips screwdriver, a small flathead, a needle nose, a bigger needle nose. I think that might be it for now. I don't know if we'll need a nut driver or what. I think, let me get my other screwdriver too. Okay, I got these two multi screwdrivers, they're pop them apart. But how I like to use them, I like to just keep one with the big bit on it and keep one with the small little bit on it, so I don't have to flop it over. And then this way, if I need a screwdriver flathead, let me flip that around. So now I can just flip this one around here. Small head, large flathead. I can just flip it around and put it in a screwdriver. And then this other screwdriver should be big Phillips and small flathead. So I can just flip it around if I need it, just to make it easier. Instead of having 4 screwdrivers, now I just got 2 up. Okay, and we got the little screwdriver. Now with this, you can just take the C-clip off and move these apart and just pull this whole assembly off at one time. Sure, that's fine and dandy, but I want to clean this completely, so I should get my basket. I'll be right back. All right, I want to clean this completely. This is my basket from my ultrasonic cleaner. This game's 40 years old. 40 something years old. I do not want to just take this apart, clean the nasty grease and dirt off and put it back together, because this hasn't probably been apart since it was brand new, and you can just see how dirty and filthy it is. So my job is to take this completely apart, and we're going to go through it and clean every piece and then put it back together like it was brand new again. See, clip out, because we want this to easily go another 40 years without it needing any more work. So we're gonna completely rebuild it, put new coil sleeves in. I don't know how you can rebuild one of these without doing coil sleeves. Trust me, if you look at my very first videos, I didn't put coil sleeves in, and you know what happened? It came back and bit me hard, because I had to tear everything apart and put new coil sleeves in because the parts were sticking. Now this will just come up easily like that, and you can see how filthy this is. We're going to clean one of these on camera so you can see how nasty they are, well, how clean they come. Alright, now we got a small C-clip here, a small C-clip here, and these two springs. These springs just come off like that. Just like that. Now, we're going to take this little C-clip off here with my tiny little screwdriver, and it just pops right off. Okay. And then this little piece right here, this is going to go in my ultrasonic basket for cleaning. Now we're going to take this clip off. Now we'll go in there. Now, this piece actually can come off, and then this piece can come off, and then this piece can come off. But instead of messing around with them trying to get them all separated, I'm going to take these two screws off, because this piece right here I want to clean too. And that has the bigger screwdriver bit. Now, these clips, I suggest when you take your machine apart, put all your clips in one little spot, and then take a couple clips to your hardware store and go get extra C-clips, because you might lose them. You know, this piece is what holds the plunger assembly, and that's where we put the no flap. And what do you call it? It locks it down. Now where did that piece go? And that's why we don't have glass under there, because we don't want that happening. Alright, so now my dirty plunger fell out. Let's let me get you back a little bit more. The dirty plunger fell out. This will be cleaning too. This will just pull right up. This now will pull straight up. And we will flip it over and get this coil off next. But first, I'm going to pause the video. Actually, we'll take one more apart. Alright, here we go again. Let's, do we have any? All Alright, this has no bonus, so it doesn't have any PCBs on it. It's printed circuit boards like some of the player score reels have. Again, take the C-clip off. It just pops right off. I'm used to doing this, so I can get them off pretty easy. But if you're not used to doing it, you can take your needle nose pliers and pull it off. Another thing I recommend is getting these little forceps. They lock, and then they lock closed, and you can use that to grab the clips. I'll show you on one of them. You can use that to grab the clips to get them off easier. You can see how dirty my hands are already. But these are going to look brand new when we put them back together. That way this will last another 40 years where somebody doesn't have to clean it. And unless this, like I said, just pulls off. Now what's different? Now you're probably asking, well, how do you know exactly where to put that reel back in? You can see, let me do my focus. See the notch right here? That notch is going to line up with the gear. See it? There's a notch right there. See it? Screwdriver so you can see it better. That's going to go right into here. This notch. Another good thing too is you got this tab right here. Tab and notch, so it lets you line it up, so when you're putting this back together like that, you can see how they line up. Now I don't know if you can really see it that good, but right in here, yeah, you can't really, maybe this way, right like that. There you go. See the notch right there? How it locks right into that. There's the notch. See how that locks right into that, and that makes this gear complete with this assembly. So that's how you always will get lined up, and that's how the machine knows when it's at zero. Alright, we said we would use this little forceps, and look at that. This is missing the clip completely. I didn't even have to take it off. Look at that. No clip. That's why I say buy extra ones. Alright, now this clip, I find it a little harder to use these to get them off. These are just so small. I am not going to use it. I don't recommend it. But put your fingers around it and then slowly pry it. That way it can't pop. And you can get it out with your hands and put it in there. Now remember with this one, we're going to take these screws out and get you a little tighter in here. I'll take these screws out. For some reason these aren't like in there crazy tight either. A lot of times they're just barely tight. With those two screws out, again, this piece will come right up. It usually hooks right onto here for some reason. This piece of plastic will get stuck just underneath the screw. But that's okay, you can manipulate it and get it over it. Take that off. stuck under that one really good. I have to let you know that there is a tab under here. So when you do pull it off, you do not want to break that off. It will be okay because this screw will still line up with that hole, but this just helps it center itself and makes it more stable. Now again, this just pulls right out of there. And this also has this notch that rides in this groove here. So we'll talk more about that when we get it back together. Alright, so I'm going to disassemble the next two on my own. And you can actually start seeing this dirty mess. And we're going to put that in ultrasonic cleaner. So I'm going to get to these on my own. And then I guess I could take you to the ultrasonic cleaner and show you what I'm going to do there. I did not preheat it because I totally dropped the ball on this repair today. Normally I'll preheat it and get it hot, but I'll just run these in ultrasonic cleaner for longer and it will do the same job. But I'll show you what we're going to do on that. So magically we'll be at the ultrasonic cleaner. Alright, the ultrasonic cleaner. This is what I use. Simple Green Pro HD, it's the purple. My buddy Jeremy at Pinball Mayhem taught me about this, and I'm using his recipe. So a big shout out to him. Now I premix it. It's 16 ounces, 16 to 18 ounces of Simple Green and 1 gallon of water. And I need more chemical in here because I have to bring it up to, at least to the max level right here. So I guess I'm gonna pause this video and I got a measuring cup that I just used just for this. I'll measure like 16 to 18 ounces of this and pour it in here, and then I'll fill this up with water. So I'll be right back. Alright, the good thing is since I had to make some, I made it with hot water instead. I gotta plug it in. So yeah, with these ultrasonic cleaners, even if you're cleaning a couple parts, still fill it up to the minimum. I filled it up to the max. The reason why is I don't know. I just filled it up to the max. Now you don't want to be sticking your hands in here. I guess you can do some bone marrow damage or something like that. This is a Harbor Freight cleaner. I can put a link for the Harbor Freight cleaner in the description. And then for this big basket, you don't get this big basket with the Harbor Freight cleaner. You get this crappy little tray, which is horrible. I don't know. I have never used this yet. So I got this big basket. I'll put this big basket link also in the description. And what we're going to do now is close the lid, and we're going to hit set. So it says 480, that's the max amount of minutes, and then we're going to hit on. So now the camera's probably getting really screwy noise right now because this thing makes a lot of weird noise. So we'll let it sit and then we'll come back and check on it after a couple cycles. Alright, I'm going to just check it. Cycle wasn't done yet, but you can see how dirty that liquid is already. And look at that. Starting to get clean. Look at that, just one cycle. I could probably just let it go one cycle. And then, because I rinse these off in the laundry tub, and then I scrub the excess junk off with my toothbrush. Don't worry, I clean that toothbrush before I use it. But anyways, so let's put that back on. close this up. And we'll reset it for 480 again. And we'll be back. Alright, ding, the fries are done. I wish this thing did ding, make a buzz or something like that. But anyways, I can turn this off while it is off. I can unplug it. I just don't like messing with this thing when it's plugged in. And I'm going to unplug it from here because I'm going to carry this to the laundry tub. But just to show you now, look at that. Just minimal scrubbing with the toothbrush to get the really hard caked on stuff off, and we'll be set. So I'm guessing you guys want to see me scrub these off. So we'll go to the laundry tub next. Alright, I know this is a very interesting part here, but some of you might want to see how it's done. I usually block off part of this drain here just in case something doesn't go right. I don't like the idea of maybe I lost a part. These I'm just going to rinse the chemical off. Alright. Get all that cleaner out of my tub. As you can tell, this is really super hot water. Tapping the water off that. Now these pieces here should be equal amount of each one. And I'll go through, clean each one like this. Now you can see there's some gunk in there. I can't really focus too good because my hands are wet, but there is some gunk in the middle of this shaft here. I will get that out with what do you call it? Either a Q-tip, or I have these wooden dowels that I use for fixing, and I'll just push it in and out of there with some naphtha on it, and then that will clean that off. And some of these I don't have to do anything to. I just got a towel next to the tub here that I put these pieces on, and I'm pretty methodical in how I put them down. I put them kind of in, what do you call it, like an order, so I can see if I lost a piece, which I haven't done yet, but you never know. So I got 4 pieces, 5 pieces. So I'm going to have 5 piles. And more water now. Actually, I went through that piece, so. This is just about all I'll do. You don't have to really get all these pieces like I'm doing. I'm just very weird about it, particular. I'm to the point, you know, like if somebody's paying for this machine, why not have it as best looking as I can make it? while I'm cleaning it anyways. See, now there's going to be 4 of each. We had 4 score reels that we took apart. So there will be 4 pieces, and there are 4 of these. The noise you hear is my furnace, if you can hear that. If you hear any dripping water, that's my humidifier. That's on the furnace. Okay, that's verified. I got 4 of these now. I'm also to the point too where when I do these cleanings here, I don't let nobody in the laundry room until these are dried and put back by the machine. This way nobody is liable for them getting lost except for me. I do have all 20 pieces. No, 16 pieces. I forgot I was just doing 4-player the other day. This will get cleaned. I'll be able to use it later, trust me. I know it looks dirty and stuff now, but it's really soft on the gums. It's real super soft on the gums. You don't hurt your gums at all. The reason why I'm washing my hands now is you and I are going to clean some score reels. I know I got my hands dirty as I clean those reels. I use the same towel. I got my parts drying on to dry my hands off. I want my hands to be clean as I'm cleaning the reels, so I don't get them any dirtier than they need to be. Alright. There's all the reel pieces. 4 of these little levers, 4 of the bigger levers, 4 of the plunger assemblies, 4 of the lockdown pieces, and then 4 of the reel gears. Now, terminology, I don't know if that was correct, but it's my terminology that I use. These are like the latch mechanisms for the gears. I mean, these are what moves the what do you call it? The switches that are on the stacks that let the machine know if it's on 9, 0, or any other number. I believe that's what it is. Alright. These pieces are going to have to dry for a while. I'll put my fan on them and blow on them. Let them blow for an hour or so with the air blowing on them. And then we'll get these in the machine. But right now, you and I are going to go in that room over there and start cleaning some score reels. Okay, the reels. We're going to use non-ammonia, ammonia-free glass cleaner. Novus 2. And then Novus 1. That's what we're going to do to clean them. We're not using that. We are going to use a few of these. Alright, always test your reels to make sure this is not going to damage them, because some reels are going to come off like butter. Now, if you can see how shiny the reel is, this lets me know that these are the better reels where this number will not rub off. Now if the 0, see how this 0 is shiny? If that was dull and kind of like flat, you're probably gonna rub the numbers off because it's a different type of paint. These ones you can rub these numbers off, like if you took these reels and soaked them in a bucket like I did on one machine and lifted a lot of the numbers. Yeah, you don't want to do that. So these I know are going to be good because I've done these types of reels before. We're just going to soak this rag real nice. Now I always do it like this. I start out at 0 and I work my way around about twice. The reason why is I know I went around it twice then. I do it at every reel. I'll start out at 0 and I'll come back. Okay, we went to 0. So now I go in here and I'll clean up around on the edge here. Sorry if you can't see this as good as me. Maybe this will be better this way. It's just how I do it. Now don't worry about getting, see how you can see the staining in there? Don't worry about trying to rub that off with the rag, because you're not gonna. The Novus tool will take most of that off. You're just trying to get the majority of this dry crap off. You can see this is like all caked up grease, dust, humidity. You know, places get humid and then stuff condensates a little bit. This is probably some of that where the condensation got on it, and then the grease and dirt just clung to it. Alright, you're never gonna get it perfect with this because this grease chunk is caked in, but you'll be surprised. Alright, so that's first stage. You can see it already, it's cleaner, kinda. Stage 2, you're gonna use 3 microfiber towels, I think, or 2. Alright, Novus 2. I shake it, I don't know why. I always put the stuff in a corner. Not that much. And I'll take it and I'll squeeze it into it like that. And then where do we start? 0. Now, reels. I don't recommend doing them all at one time. The reason why is you probably can get some blisters and sore fingers. You can get blisters. Like on this machine, I'll do 4 at one time. But if you got a 2-player or a 4-player, I would say do a set, stop, do another set, stop, and do another set, and then stop, and then do another set. But like on these Williams, these points just kill your hands. Alright, yeah, I run around it several more times. I go around it as much as it needs it. So now this is where the Novus 2 is really going to shine. It's going to take a lot of this crud out of the crack here. It's going to take a lot of that out. Now be careful with squeezing these. You don't want to break these off. These are needed to make the reels work correctly. And I don't think you can super glue them back together. I have never broken one, but there's always a chance. Now, if you need more Novus, you can put more on. But yeah, you just scrub. Look at that, they're already coming out. If you need a repeat on a certain spot that was stubborn, like right there and here, go for it. But this is what I usually do because the other parts are drying right now. And I don't put them back together wet. Actually, I might work on putting it back together tomorrow. But look how clean that is now. Alright, let's get in here. So yeah, that's how I do it. Now what's nice with these towels, you do got 4 corners on them. So if you feel this is too dirty to keep doing, you can switch to another corner. But I usually get all 4 on one corner. These are going to be dirty here. The more you work on it, the cleaner they'll get. I do got spare reels, so if I ever do break any part of them, I have spares. But I don't plan to. And get right on this edge here too. You can see as it is coming out nicer. Need some more Novus. Let's get stuck in there now. If these were Gottlieb reels, my hands would be black. Some Gottlieb reels, my hands would be black, and I'd have probably hardly any numbers left on them by now. But since these are Williams reels, Williams seem to be the best for this job. This deep cleaning I'm doing, it seems to be the best. But like as I said, do this at your own risk. And if it doesn't work for you, don't get mad at me. This is what I do. I've heard other people use Gojo to clean them. If it works, it works. I can't hack it. I have never tried it. You could probably use Magic Eraser on the inside here. I wouldn't use it on here, but you could probably use it on the inside here. I don't. Because if I can't get it clean with the Novus 2 like this, it doesn't need to be any cleaner. Like a lot of this stuff, I'm not going to get out. I've already come to the conclusion. Oh, it's a scratch. It's a little scratch there. And that scratch, the dirt has ground into it. But night and day so far. Look at that. Night and day so far. Alright, I'm almost just about done with the Novus 2. I try to get them as clean as I possibly can. You don't need to have this clean on the inside here. I just do it because I rebuilt them and I'm proud of my work. I want you to, when you get your machine, or you do it yourself, I just want you to pull it apart and you can show people, you know, the inside, and they're not like, ew, why is that all dirty? I thought you just had this machine rebuilt. I just want it to look as clean as I can, because I'm tearing this apart. So I know I'm rambling on, ain't I? Just shut up, Mark. No, you're tearing it apart. You might as well just clean it correctly, you know. Alright. My phone says overtime. That means I'm supposed to call and see about doing overtime. That's just an alert I have built into my phone from the winter. Overtime season is done. Alright. I don't need the green one. Novus 1. No, I do. Give me my buffing one. Alright. Novus 1. Same thing. I don't know why I shake it. It's all in the corner. Alright, same thing. Start out at 0. See, that's why I put the lid, close the lid. You can go on this as many times as you want. But like I said, I just started out at 0. I know where I've been and where I'm going. But yeah, usually with the cleaning of the first part, I usually go around twice. Sometimes I go around thrice. Sometimes I go around 4 times. It's the same thing. I'm just going to go around in here and clean it off. Do good. Yeah, clean it off. You can hear it's clicking as I'm going through. I'm snagging the microfiber cloth on these, and that's a sign that tells me to be a little more careful. Alright, that's as good as they're going to get, Mark. That's as good as they're gonna get. Alright, green one. That's my buffer. I'm gonna do the outside last this time, because I'm touching it. Now these, how the tabs are like this, you want to kind of go this way. This way you know you're not going to snag onto them. You're going to go past them. Last part. I put it in my hand like this. I grab it with my fingers like this. This is where you get your blisters. And I'm squeezing it with my hand. Oh, what's that? That's shine, baby. That is shine. You can see how long it takes to do one of these. We're at 14 minutes and we're on one reel. 14 minutes from the start of this process. You know how I know? That TV tells me. Right there it says recording 15:05. That's how I know. That's what I'm watching. I'm not watching a camera anymore. That's how I stepped up my game with videos. Woo, look at the fingers. I can watch that screen instead of trying to watch the little screen that's on the camera. Alright. Here's the moment of truth. Let's get the manual focus on. Look at that. You can actually see net number 1, that there are 4 fluorescent tubes in the light above us. There you go, look at that. Look at that shine. And that is our goal. Clean. Dirty. You can still almost make out the 4 bulbs. Dirty. Clean. Dirty. That's it. That's what we're after. What would you rather see in your machine? This or this? This is 100% functional. You can just clean the numbers off and be happy. This, when you open up the back of your machine, which, to show your friends or whatever, they're going to see this, and it's not going to be dirty. This is 40 years of dirt and crud built on there. The reason why I know is because almost every score reel I take apart, they're all dirty like this. So that means nobody cleans them. It's going to take 40 years to look like that again. So there we go, perfect. Now with these numbers here, like how you got the 9 right there, you got a little chip. You can take, I got one of these. It's a paint pen. It's a real extra fine tip, and it's black. Does it have any special color? Black. It just is black. You could get gloss black. It probably would be better if you could get gloss black, but you won't be able to tell on this. I will show you if I can find. Where is it? There's a little bit on the one there. See it? You can go like that. Once that dries, it will lay flat and it will disappear. Sometimes it's hard to get these. Here's a 9. That's about it I want to do for touch-ups. I want to make it look obvious. That will just let dry right down there. I just touched on another one. Did I scrub it? No. Alright. So there we go. Clean. Dirty, dirty, dirty. Now these ones I'll clean off camera. I'll be turning that jukebox on right there. And I'll be jamming out probably some Beatles songs while I'm cleaning these last 3. And I think tomorrow we'll put those back together because it's snowing right now. It is January 30th, I believe. It's the last Sunday in January 2021. Man, am I old. It's the last Sunday in January 2021. So I'm going to work on these last 3. Put them over here to keep them away from that one because I did touch that one up a little bit. I'll work on these 3 tonight because I just hate doing score reels because they're so tedious. They take so long to do. Playfield, I feel, takes less time. It's just these are pokey and I don't get blisters from playfields. This one's going to get touched up right there. And then this score reel assembly is clean and this one's clean. You can't see it. I cleaned 2 of those while I was waiting for the ultrasonic cleaner to go. So we're going to come back later on, but it's going to be an instant when we come back and we're going to be assembling. Alright, as you can see, I got 2 rebuilt here. Fully rebuilt. Working like butter. Working like butter. So now we're going to do these 2. We're going to do this one next. As you can see how filthy it is. It's just disgusting. So first thing we're going to do, let's get this coil stop off the back. Just these 2 screws here. Come right up. And it's got the coil stuck into it. There we go. Dirty, dirty, dirty. See, look at it. See how dirty that is? You cannot, I don't care what you say, you cannot rebuild these score reels and not change the coil sleeves. People do it all the time. I used to do it. This one is stuck in. Oh no, it isn't. There's my tool. Special tool for this. Find it, there it goes. Okay, get it out. Ooh, I pressed my foot. My special tool. This is a 9mm Craftsman socket, and this extension does not hold on to it, so we won't be using that. But yeah, it's pretty simple. Just take it, you can push it right out. Sometimes you need a little more effort. There we go. Look at that. You see, a lot of times people, they rebuild these units, look at my hand, but they don't change coil sleeves. Boggles me. I've learned to change the coil sleeves for 2 reasons. One, they are cheap. One game bit me in the butt after I completely rebuilt every score reel. I had some reels that weren't working really good, as good as they should have, and it was due to the faulty score reels. I mean coil sleeves. Now that one did go in hard, but check this out. It probably did get overheated at one time. We will ohm test it. As long as it ohm tests good, it's a good that 7.7, another one 7.7, 7.6. It's a good coil. It got hot at one time, and it swelled a little bit, but it's in specs, so there's really no reason to change the coil. It's working. You can, if you really want to, you can change that coil out, throw it in the garbage, put a new one in. But you know what? That new coil is going to work just as good as that one you just took out. Oh, what I'm using here is naphtha, in case you want to know. Naphtha and the Scott shop towels, big bag of rags. These things. That's what I use. I'm just gonna go around and clean all this off. It's like I said, you know, how can you rebuild these and not put new coil sleeves in? Yeah, that one I rebuilt, I went through everything. Rebuilt everything, got it all together. It worked pretty good, and then I was playing games and I could see how some of the numbers were turning a little slower or kind of sticking halfway. So I went and took it apart, and sure enough the sleeve was dirty inside. After I cleaned everything. This is green Scotch-Brite. I just go over every post, go around it. This way if there's any slight corrosion on the posts, you know, from over the years. You know how like when metal just starts to rust, it gets the you know, not smooth feeling, and you can feel like debris on it. Oh, that's what we want to take off of here. Alright, that's clean, that's clean. And, coil back in there. Where's the coil stub? Here we go, we gotta clean that too. Yeah, I rebuilt them, but I didn't clean the coil stops or even inspect them. The reason why I didn't inspect them is because I didn't change the coil sleeves. These get damaged too. This one I'm actually gonna have to file a little bit on. It's got a little bit of a burr right on the edge here. I don't know what the hell that's from. It's got one like sharp spot. It almost feels like something smacked it, like it got dropped right on the angle on one little spot. You can hear it grabbing. I don't know how that happened, because the coil stop is good. And the first was like a recycled one at one time from something else. They just slapped it in here. That's what I'm guessing. Okay, that's clean enough. This is just a little set I got from Harbor Freight. I use it for filing things that need to be filed. Now I'll just take a little sandpaper. I know I got sandpaper right here because I just used it yesterday. There's that one. I'll use this one. I can get another one for cleaning the contacts. I'll just go around like that just to get it nice and smooth again. Like butter. Alright, get that. Get that back on there. Make sure you don't want to pinch any of these wires. Let me zoom this out a little bit. There. You don't want to pinch any of these wires. I had this thing pretty wound up. Okay, now the next thing is, you can see where my thumb is right here, and I have my two fingers around the coil. So what I'm doing is I'm squishing it together like this. So you want to keep that coil and they're tight. You don't have to really He-Man these. They have lock washers on them, but you want them to be tight. Okay, those are tight. Next step, we're going to start putting this together. Some parts. I like to put this piece on first, and you will see why. Another thing is these little C-clamps that we took off. These, I'm missing some, so I will have to put some new ones on. But lay them on your Scotch-Brite right there, and just rub them across it on both sides. You know why? Because these are also got that thin layer of corrosion on them, or dirt, or what. You can see how it's nice and shinier now. Now you're not going to get a drag on the plastic when this is moving with that clip. And that's back on there. I gotta find my other clips. There we go. I have a whole bunch of them right there. Alright. Now, you know why I like to do this first. See how I can manipulate all these switches right here? Let's get you in there a little tighter. I can manipulate these switches with this lever so I can clean them easier. That's all I'm doing. Probably see it better this way. I'll open it up, get that in there. And which way am I doing? It doesn't matter, those are closed. I'm just going to go in and out. This next one right here. And then there's one more at the end here. We're cleaning those up. And then there's one right here. Cleaning that up. Alright, next part, this piece. And I took the Scotch-Brite. Let me zoom you back out. We're too close again. Now this piece right here, I went with the Scotch-Brite and cleaned this off too, because this was really rough feeling. And this, you can see, only goes in one way. It's got a long opening here and it stops right here. So that lets you know this piece can only sit in there that way. And this gets put in like that. And we put the new screws in. Well, not new screws, original screws. See, what these, you don't have to He-Man them. They got lock washer, but you still want them to be tight. Now we're going to go to this. I usually take the Scotch-Brite too, go around the edge on this, get it nice and shiny, clean, because this too, it does get burred up. And this sits in there the same way. What it is this groove right here rides in that long groove right there. Now look at it, we got this nice shiny part. It's all cleaned up again. But imagine if we put it right back in that dirty coil sleeve. It's going to eventually bring all that dirt back out. Let's just leave this off for a second. Let's get this wheel on. This wheel, if you look right here at the end of this rod, got the point up right here. That goes in this groove on the outside right here. And when you get in that groove, watch this. See how it moves it? And that's what we want. Since we're removing it right now, I'm looking at all my switches. The only switch I'm concerned with is this outer one here. It's a little kind of far away. I like my leaves, the long one to hit the little one and the little one to move a little bit when they hit. This one. There. Let me see if I can zoom you in on that. Now, where's my screwdriver? Now you can see how this one right here and this one right here, you can see how when this goes, see how they both react? Look at the bottom one first, right here. See how it moves? Now look at this one right here. See how it moves when it reacts? That's creating a wiping effect, and we'll keep cleaning these contacts as they go. Now we'll get to this big one right here, the top one. Well, it's not really big. See how it moves? Now you know these two contacts are going to be going like this against each other and constantly cleaning each other every time that they go through this cycle. And that's what we want. You first clean them, and then you get them so they do that. This one right here, when the plunger goes back and forth, it will clean it. And you can see it is moving. That's what we want. Alright, now let's get this in there. This is the tricky part. In there. Same with this piece. We're gonna put that on there. We clean the post. And now, yep, I was missing two clips. We're gonna slide it across the green 3M pad. You can get the cheap pads if you don't like these. If you don't want to pay the Scotch-Brite price. I'm gonna tell you one thing: the cheap imitation green Scotch-Brite pads. They like shred really bad, and you'll get green powder like all over. They don't work as good as the original brand 3M pads. You put that on there, and you take your little needle nose plier and you clip it right on. Alright, we're going to take our spring and put it around there and set it down on the post. See how that is? It holds tension on this. So when it turns, you get that. It will not let it go backwards. Other spring. You don't really, there's not really a super rotation on it, but I do. You can put it on there and have this part of the spring on towards the top, or put it like that and then put it like that. I like just having it like this. It doesn't make too much of a difference. Now, as you can see, it works flawlessly. That's rebuilt. Now remember what we said about the square wheels? The notch here is the same as the notch here. Okay, there it goes. Notch, notch. Now we gotta find the notch is right here. Right here is the notch. Doesn't show up too good. Maybe we'll move it so you can see the notch better. Notch is now right here. You can't see it easily. There it goes. You can see it right there. There's the notch. Take that and line this up. Sometimes you gotta get the wheel to spin to get it to set down in there good. Now since we got it down in there, let's take one screw. I'm pushing down on it so it doesn't pop out. Now what I like to do, once I got one screw in here, I like to put the C-clip back on. Now I'll spin it so I got an opening for this screw. So when I screw it down, it's not in my way. You don't have to put the C-clip on first. What I do, it just locks the square wheel down so it can't wiggle up. That way I don't have to keep holding it down. These two, notice I'm using a real tiny screwdriver now. I just found this, box of old junk. It's harder to over torque a little screwdriver versus the big one. Well, this big one I was using. Right tools, right job, I guess. Now as you can see, it's like butter and brand new. I've got one broken wire on here. I'll have to fix that. Here. Look at that, we got another broken wire on this one too. So we're going to be fixing 2 broken wires. Yay. We got no other ones that are broken. This one go to. This one doesn't. That's weird. to go to that one. Alright, let's get my soldering iron out. And we will fix the broken wire. Getting bonus footage here. Getting broken wires fixed. We're going to get some soldering done. We're just going to take this and strip this back. Right there. Alright, I have to stop my camera because we're at almost 30 minutes and we'll start it back up instantly. Alright, my camera shuts off after 30 minutes for some stupid reason. Don't know why. If I would have known that, I definitely wouldn't have bought two of them. This is flux. Flux is like cleaner / glue. It helps bond things. Bond solder. Go. Wiggle test. Ain't going anywhere. And that one goes to the top of that. Else is soldered on good still. Yes. So to make sure, while we're in here, and this just goes down like that, push this lever, and it's locked down. Alright. Let me get my soldering thing out of the way because we're going to do the same thing and fix the last one. Did this camera move? Alright, same thing. Get my flux and stuff out of the way. Same thing here. Should we solder this first? Maybe let's just get that out of the way. Soldering table back over here. Get my solder. We're going to heat up the wire and put the solder on the wire. solder on here, so let's clean the tip out. This will go right onto that. See how we are now. Wiggle the hell out of it. We ain't going anywhere. Alright. We are set with that now. It's the first time I had two wires break off while I'm doing these. Normally it's one. What the hell am I gonna do here? Wow. See this wire? See it? They stuck it inside the stack. Instead of soldering it down, I could use my right hand. Wow, somebody didn't have any soldering tools, skills. I can totally see that, man, because back in the day, when I was younger, I did not know how to solder. I would have used super glue to fix that. Alright, soldering iron is still on. That was a good one. Alright. Well, we got that one on film. Reheat that up. Get that wire all tinned up. I'll take that. See if I can do it left-handed. This big blob of solder heated up. Here we go. Boy, to have that hot. Just clean that up a little bit. Put that on top. So much solder on there. Hunks of wire. Everything. this. There's like little shards of old wire that's in here. I'm trying to get off. There we go. I got all that old crap off. Either. I just worked on a machine that had some intermittent issues, and I had found a bunch of solder that was in a wiring harness just like that was, and this machine was just doing weird things. But as soon as I got all the solder out of the wiring harness, all that weird stuff stopped. So now I don't allow stuff in a wiring harness like that anymore. Put that like that. It's going to be bent over. So, heat. Let's let it sit. Hopefully that's it. Yeah, there was the whole wiring harness on the relay board just had all solder just sucked into it, and we were having intermittent problems with the game. Couldn't get the had ball problems with it. So I brought the game home and went through it and took all that apart, saw all that solder in there, cleaned all the solder out, put it back together, and those issues went away. It was a Gulfstream. When you started the game up, it was a 5-ball game. And instantly it would it'd go 5 and it would automatically go right down to 1 ball instantly. You didn't even have to do anything. It'd go up to 5 balls and then count down to 1 ball instantly, and then it would just hang there. And you'd play your 1 ball and then the game would be over. So I went through all the relays and everything and cleaned it. And I was still having that problem, and then that's when I said, well, let's get rid of all this, what do you call it, solder that's all over the wiring harness. Maybe that's part of the issue. And as soon as I got that all off, it all went away, and it never came back. So that's why I don't leave that on there at all. Plus it looks like crap. Big bunch of solder splatter all over. It just looks like hell. So anyways, yeah, you got to see some wire fix and some hacks not to do. But yeah, it worked. Like I said, this game, if you've seen the intro, this game fully worked. it had right over here this relay, whatever one this one is, 10,000 relay. It's got one connection that's connecting right now. So if you go back and watch the introduction video, as soon as I turn it on, it goes ding. That's because this relay right here is keeping the chime box, one chime, energized. So, but that's going to be in another video as I go through them. But you get a little foreshadowing. Alright. Same here with that. Good, that cleaned. Okay. Put that in there. This goes in here. Make sure there's no wires trapped. This could be a really long video, but it's a full how to rebuild from start to finish, in depth. This will be the most in-depth one. After this video, I won't really have to go in depth like this anymore, because I'll have, unless I got a special reel that's different, like maybe on a Chicago coin or something like that, or one with the printed boards. Alright, that's together. Now, what we're going to do again, we're going to clean these posts off. You can go like this too and clean that off. You know, it's not going to hurt. If you want to make it look better, cleaning stuff. And then go like this. You can take this all apart too and go through it and clean each piece by piece. Now we need this. Let's zoom you out a little bit. I'll need my kit. So I have some tiny little clips that I will be needing. Turn off my soldering iron. Put these behind me. I will need 2 of these. Back in here. It's good to have all, yeah, you can't really see, good assortment of different clips. I have really small C-clips up to big clips, small block washers up to bigger ones. I got some hairpin clips, another big star washer. I got a whole bag of these little clips for Chicago coin reels. So I did one of those, and I was afraid I was going to lose some of these really odd small clips. So I bought 100 of them off of McMaster-Carr. Same thing here with this. Remember, it only can go on like that. This rod down too far. Now all these little screws and stuff, if you want, you can get yourself a little plastic container, or I actually have a little dish that's about this big around, and it's about that deep, and the whole bottom is real super fine screen. I think it's used for some type of Asian food, cooking it or steaming it or something. But anyways, I'll put all my little screws and stuff in that thing, and I'll set that inside the ultrasonic cleaner, and then that will clean all my little screws, and that way I won't lose all these little tiny clips and stuff, because if I put them in a basket right now, they're all going to get lost. They'll all go right through the basket. So that's a little trick too. Or what you can do too is, if you got like a baby food jar, you can put them all inside that baby food jar, and put your cleaning liquid inside that baby food jar, and then close the baby food jar up. You can fill your ultrasonic cleaner with water then, and just float that little jar of cleaner with your stuff in it, and it will clean it like that. I learned that on one of the car channels I watched, or lawnmower. I either learned it from Musty One on YouTube, or Terrell Fixes All on YouTube. One of those. That trick. Anyways, let's get this. This one I'm just going to do a little different because you already watched me. Clean this. I can't believe that one. The way they put that wire in there. Genius. It was. It did the job for who knows how long. I don't like the way that contact looks. See, that one I'm going to have to move. It's okay. This one I'm going to bring down just a little bit. Same with this one. This one will come up. And this one will come up. Okay, good to me. That's good to me. Alright, 23. This is gonna be like a freaking 2-hour long video. I just lifted this wheel up to make it go in there a little easier for me. Spin you around like that. Get my new clip. Yeah, one reel had one clip missing and another reel had another clip missing. But I use those clips on those first two reels that are built. See? That's why you buy spares. My dog's barking. Probably sees somebody driving out of the neighborhood. This is his neighborhood, not nobody else's. It's funny how dogs think that way. No, it just doesn't want to fit on here. Why? Did I have it on crooked or something? Or not down all the way? It's a new one. Clip won't seat. You can see it's crooked. Wash is done. Where's my flathead screwdriver now? Oh, dead dog. There it is. It's like cockeyed over here. This is the right clips too. Let's flip it around this way. Let's get one in there halfway. There we go. Nope. Doesn't want to clip. Bent or something. You just got a little bend to it. Okay. 27 minutes. Yeah, this is gonna be a almost 2-hour video. Spinning it, and it's not coming off. Okay, because before when I'd spin it, it was coming off like that. All right. Something about it. Something about that one. Maybe it's a defective one. Let's try a new one. The other one was a new one too. Oh. That's what it was. This one's perfect. Perfect. That one's garbage then. I need to mess around with it. Something about it. Just didn't want to snap on right. It was bent a little bit, but I wonder if it's just shorter. Alright, split second. Alright. We're running out of time. 30 minutes and my camera turns off. Alright, as you can see again, we got that perfect clip on. I don't know what was with it. See, like the spring here again. See, if you twist it this way, I'll show you. Okay, we'll get it here. If you put it on this way, which actually would go like this, because this plastic will hook onto there. This is down. You can also put it on this way, where this is kind of sideways to the plastic hook, but then this is up. So what I'm going to do is, since it hooks it this way, I'm putting it on here, and then this is going to be down onto the post. Like this. See how we got the hook there? I put the hook like that, and this down. It creates like no bind in it, if you can see what I'm getting. Now this way one's the same, but this spring hook is in the middle of the spring, so it really doesn't matter. But this is what matters on this end. See now how we got it on the bottom, or we got it on the top. But if you look at this, this is always in the middle, no matter how you have it. So what I'm going to do is put it in there like this, because the way this hook is, like that. It just is more natural the way the spring goes on it, like that, versus like that. I don't know, they both look good to me. I just like it like that for some reason. Don't know why. Don't know why, but she swallowed a fly. Perhaps she'll die. I got the notch right here. Remember, we got the notch right there. I'll set it on there. Like I said, if you can't get it to set it down, just put a little pressure on it, and then pop the coil, and it will create it so it can go down a little bit better. I'll just hold it like that. Get my one screw in. Get my tiny screwdriver that I'm falling in love with. So this does this job so easy. Tight. This you don't need to clean. You can clean. Like if it's real greasy, I'd clean it. You don't need to clean the rust off of it, unless you really want to. So now this spring, this reel can't go anywhere. It can't go up, it can't go down, because this clip is holding the reel down to the shaft. Screw left, and then shards of wire. There we go. It's like butter, man. And when I put these back, I'll always put them like on one. That way, when the machine starts up and I reset it, I can watch each square reel reset, and that's it. Now I'll just look at it and make sure I don't have any more broken wires. We don't want that. Everything looks good. That's always a pain in the butt when something's not working right, because you get broken wires. You know what I didn't look at? I didn't look at the switch here. See if it moves, and it does. And it just hooks into the top and then slides down. That's it. 4 square reels rebuilt. 7879. Good, I'm happy. 4 score reels rebuilt. Ta-da! Anyways, yes, I know this was a long video, but it was a really good explanatory video of why we're halfway on better. Why we're taking apart the score reels so far to clean them, because you got your sleeves that are dirty, you've seen them in the inside, that hold the coil stop. You need to inspect the coil stop to see if it's been mushroomed flat, or like that one, it looks like it was reused from another machine. There was no reason for it to have that burr on the side, but it was still in perfect condition, so I just cleaned that burr off and cleaned it up and put it back in there. And we've seen we had loose wires, so we fixed our loose wires. And we've seen that weird hack where they unscrewed the stack, stuck the wire in there, and then screwed them back down. We've seen missing clips. We've seen how a brand new clip doesn't work, which is this one. I still can't figure out why. Oh, I see. It looks like the inside. Let's see if I can micro get this. Okay. You can see how it looks like what some medieval helmet, but it's not uniform. I don't know if you can really see it on the camera. It kind of looks like Darth Vader's mask after Luke Skywalker burned him in Return of the Jedi at the end of the movie. It's just a little lopsided. I don't know if you can really see that, if you can pause it, but it's just a little lopsided. To me, I can see it. I'm looking on the camera right now. I'm looking at the screen right there, and I can't see it on the screen, but with my bare eyes I can. So anyways, so this is garbage. I am going to try to fix it. It's a penny piece or whatever. So we learned brand new clips are not always good. Stock up on them. The importance of having a clean mechanism. And you can see how beautiful those things operate now. They look brand new. 40 years from now, they're probably still going to work just as good as these did when I took them apart. They were still fully working, yet it had that weird wire hack, and some of the wires probably would have eventually broke off just from vibration. But we got those fixed. There was no other loose wires. I checked them all, and that's it. There's no lubricant on any of those parts. You can put lubricant on them. I used to put lubricant on them. I don't anymore. It's just part of my involvement of building these. I'm seeing with my own machines where I didn't lubricate certain parts and then I lubricated certain parts, and how they're still working effortlessly, the stuff I didn't lubricate. So normally on all those where the plastic met the metal, I would have put just a little bit of lubrication on there. It's not needed. These were dry. So it's just also taken pinball machines apart for years, and some of those areas have been dry. So they didn't need the lubricant there or not, but there are definitely spots that do. Any of the metal to metal, like on a mechs, you will need a lubricant there. But these were all lubricant free. They just needed a really good deep cleaning. 4 new coil sleeves, all the switches cleaned. You can see some needed tweaks. And that's probably about it. So anyways, like and subscribe. hit that subscribe button. Do it real quick. Just go click that thing right there on the bottom. That helps the channel out tremendously. Like it. Also, I have Amazon links in the description. If you do shop Amazon for anything, anytime, click that link first. It will open up Amazon right for you. Do all your shopping, buy your stuff from Amazon. It doesn't cost you anything. It gives me pennies on the dollar. It helps the channel. It helps with these videos. These cameras are inexpensive. I mean, they are expensive. Batteries. I had a buddy donate me 4 batteries, which is really awesome, so I can just keep going. Otherwise, I had a certain amount of batteries, and once they went dead, I was done filming for today. So yeah, that helps with, I can test new waxes and stuff like that for you guys. Show you different processes for stuff. Newer tools. I can get newer tools and show you. Like when we hit 1,000 subscribers, I got tools that I bought that I don't really like that much. They work perfectly, but I'm going to be giving those away too. So I have a bunch of stuff already. I have these that I really didn't like them. I opened them up and I tried them once. I really didn't like them. So these are going to be going for a 1,000 subscriber giveaway. So as I try tools and stuff like that, if I don't like them, I don't use them. I'm going to give them away. Helps you guys out. Helps me out. Helps video out. Like I hate to ask for that, but it does help. These videos are not free for me to make. I'm still paying for these cameras. I got 2 of these cameras. They were both, one was almost 500 and the other one was almost 400. So that and this TV here. So yeah, it helps out the channel. So please like and subscribe. And that's it. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this very, very, very long, full in-depth video on score reels for Williams. Bally are similar. Gottlieb are similar, but they were created totally different. They're similar that they're a score reel. And that's about it. But Bally, Williams, Chicago Coiner, similar, but you'll see those in another video. I did a casino. Those were very fun to do because they were soaked in oil. I'm rambling on. Thumbs up, like, subscribe, follow us on Facebook, Mark's Basement Arcade, and later.